Hi guys, it's Numistaka here, and it occurred to me that you guys, or at least the kind of newbies who are just starting to think about which coins to invest in, might like to have a brief rundown of the market. There are a lot of differences between different types of gold coins and a lot of reasons for buying and things that you have to watch out for when selling. But let's take a look at the basics of the market. There are really two types of purchases. There's investment purchases and numismatic purchases. Typically, as you can see, most of the coins in the market cluster in this lower left-hand side segment, which are low premium and bought for investment. And the objective here is to buy whatever is the closest to spot price at any time. Typically, the Krugerrand has the lowest premium quite often and can usually be bought for about 2 or even 2.5% over spot. Similarly, the Canadian Maple Leaf, the Philharmonic, you won't find these in very many places, but the Britannia from the UK, the Buffalo, the Sovereign, the Rooster, and I've made the American Gold Eagle the largest because really the market size that it has is pretty much out of proportion to everything else. By far the greatest number of regular low premium bullion coins are the American Gold Eagle. Um, it's not my personal favourite, but it's often available for only a few dollars over spot. And it can be a very good buy as a quality coin to hold, which is very liquid, very easily tradable. Whenever I've had small fractional coins for sale, they've been the first coins that have sold. There's a market price for them. Everyone knows pretty much within a dollar or two how much they should be at any one time. So they're quite a safe kind of bet. Similarly, sovereigns are a pretty good bet. There's a market price for sovereigns, slightly more variable maybe than the Gold Eagle. Um, but if you want to have a larger number of coins, maybe want to have a slightly lower numismatic risk or no numismatic risk, and you're trying to get metals for the lowest possible premium, then it's probably a good idea to stick to choices in that lower left-hand sector. Looking at some of the other choices, they're all really clustering up to the top of the chart. So you've got a number of different coins. Some would say that the coins in that part of the chart are more interesting. And certainly they're the kind of coins that any of you out there with a numismatic interest will probably go towards that part of it. And they can go from semi-numismatic right up to purely numismatic. For example, some of the example I've got up there is a $3 coin, which is worth huge amounts over its metal spot price. And then there are some other pre-33 coins that actually have a lower premium, and some of them can have pretty much no numismatic premium depending on condition. There are different variations within that theme as well. For example, there are some bullion coins that are produced in proofs. The proofs tend to have a higher numismatic value, but the premium is also slightly higher. You'll notice that some of these coins are small and some of them are big. It's not accurate by any means, but I've tried to give you an idea of the relative size of the mintages and market for these coins as well. For example, Libertads, the proofs have a slightly higher numismatic value quite often than the BU, although there are some BU that are so limited in mintage that actually they're worth more than the proof coins. The Lunars, you'll tend to have the proofs, again a higher numismatic value, higher premium, lower mintage, lower numbers in circulation. The Lunar Bullion coin, so this one's the Lunar Bullion coin, this one's the proof has higher mintages, and it can, under some circumstances, also be bought for investment or be a low premium coin, depending on the volumes. Pandas are very firmly in the middle. The mintages are actually very high on modern pandas, but they still have a numismatic value, which is interesting. They are just such attractive coins that you have an equal number of collectors who buy them and store them, and investment buyers and storers. And the amount of gold pandas that are on the market at any one time as the years go by seems to be such that they do get a growing premium as well. In the top right hand corner, you've got some of the British choices. The Royal Mint charges a very high premium for proof sovereigns, proof Britannias. They have a high numismatic value and low mintages. So I might take a look at this market and analyse it in some other way as well. But I think it doesn't really matter where you buy on this chart, so long as you know exactly what your investment objectives are and that you have a way of getting out. For example, if you're buying in the lower sector, then you're buying and selling mostly according to the spot price. If the spot price rises, you can get out because it'll rise over and above the margin you paid for the coins, the premium. And if the spot price falls and you want to get out, you're going to lose money at that sector. At the top right-hand sector, numismatic, coins are much more illiquid. You might have to hang around for a few weeks before you find a buyer, but there tends to be enough buyers to enable you to sell something which is in good condition, but it starts to be a lot more complicated because whether it's slabbed is important, what grade it is important, what condition it's in, whether it has problems, whether it comes with the box and the COA, and generally anything towards the right hand side has more potential for failure if you don't know what you're doing, and it has a higher potential premium and upside if you put the time and effort into learning exactly what to do for the different circumstances that you'll face. So there you have it. Hope that wasn't too long and rambling, and hopefully you'll find that a kind of interesting kind of 101 to buying gold coins for investment. If you find that useful, then do sub, and then you can be alerted whenever there's another video from Numistacker.